And they say only the good die young. May these bad habits be not what I die from. Rather something more like flying up too close to the sun. There's no turning back, I'm having too much fun. So tell me once again how I'm making the wrong choices. Besides my lack of your own definition of employment. As if I should be punished for pursuing my dreams. As a kid, always knew I'd hit it big. But when I see the world in shape we're in.
Welcome to the Potluck. I'm Julian, and right now, I have a guest with me today. Very happy to have my boy. What do you go by, man? What do you go by?
You can just call me. It's Matt. I'm just
Okay.
I'm just Matt.
Okay.
Now I'm me.
All right,
You know what
very
I'm saying?
good. Yep, he's Matt, but I like calling him Channels.
Say.
Yeah, I mean that's really about it. And Channels, why don't you give us a little intro?
I'm from here. I'm from Springfield. I live here in the Miami Valley, Dayton area. I work at WDTN, photog, shooting. I shoot video on the side. So, you need video needs. I got my camera on me now, so that's where it is, We do a little bit of everything, dabble here and there,
Okay.
I touch up with the music, touch up with the videos,
What are some of the things that you like doing the most? So you're from what they would call, like, it's the Miami Valley, right?
Yeah.
But I like calling it the Valley when I try to tell other
Okay.
people.
Okay.
I try to let people know, like, oh, yeah, no, I'm down in the Valley now. And they're like, where you at in the Valley? So it's just goofy because I'm so new here. I just moved down to Kettering in early March. And so I'm still getting used to things. The weather's starting to break right now. So I'm really excited about, what's to come. But I don't know, like, what is the essence of the Valley? Like, there's so many things you can do. And I'm from Columbus. So, like, in Columbus, it's like everything's within 15 minutes. And, like, you could do something that's 30 minutes away. And it's still like, oh, yeah, it's a Miami Valley thing. Like, so, like, what does that mean? And you being from Springfield and now being in Dayton, kind of centralized. What is the essence of the Miami Valley?
I feel like everything is just usually like you can kind of just pull up. Like you said, it's kind of like a 20-minute thing. It's never like something that's like right there unless you live like right in the city or something. So I feel like everything is typically like maybe like 20, like you do like a 20-minute drive or something and go, to like the malls or go like I guess go to the malls, go shopping places, or go go out to the bars or something.
But when it comes to food, what am I missing out on right now?
Food. See, I'm lacking in the food game as well.
Okay.
But I do know, somebody that I had some of his food, Chef Dane. He just opened a restaurant in Dayton I think it's called Cultural. It's one of those two, but I have nothing but good to say about his food because it was phenomenal when I did have it. Because I had it when he was hired as a private chef for an event. So it was out of this world. Like it's like,
What kind of food are they serving?
I mean he's by request. It was by request for that, but
Okay.
over there I haven't seen the food. I know he does a lot of pop-ups over at I think at Toxic Brew and or Blind Bob's. I think.
You said Culture. You said they have pop-ups.
I don't know. Like it's a whole. I'm pretty sure it's a whole restaurant. Like I haven't been there, but Chef Dane. I've had his cooking, and it's phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to 111 Flavor House?
I have not.
111 Flavor House. One of our coworkers turned us on to it. Let me tell you, that spot is popping. And then, when I hit you up a couple nights ago, it was because I was at a pop-up that they were having.
Yeah.
So they don't have, I don't think, they usually just don't have evening business. And so shout out 111 Flavor House. They have great brunch from 9 to 3 on the weekends, or maybe it's throughout the week. It's over off like First and something downtown. Kind of close to the arcade. Okay. That place, I had some Caribbean jerk waffles. So just not like your regular old chicken and waffles. They were Caribbean jerk season. And it was cooked so well, and it mended so well with the butter and the syrup on the waffle. I was enamored with this thing. I'm like, I want this. And I was hyping it up so much, bro, they sent me home with a piece of Caribbean jerk. I was stoked. I was teed. I'm like, I'm coming back here.
I ain't never heard of that. That's
yes.
the first.
Yes,
that's the first.
man. And they had a bunch of other stuff. Oh, I had their, I believe it was cheddar grits or something. They just had a special kind of grits. They said they made them right there, and that's always a question because I don't want Bob Evans grits if I'm going somewhere. And if you're paying $6.50 or $7 for them, and they hooked it up. So shout out 111 Flavor House. I'm gonna have to cut this out so that I can let y'all know how much I appreciate you. But I went to their pop up. They had drinks flowing. They had a DJ. They're having a big thing on July 3rd the holiday weekend for Independence Day. So they're having a big thing. So that's one of the places I've had so far. Give me the best wings in the city.
The best wings? Best wings. See, because I've only gone to I haven't gone to a place that has specifically wings, just from them. But because I always go to these. I can't shout out a chain, man. I can't.
Okay, if you had to shout out one chain, shout it out.
If I had to shout out a chain. If I had a shout out a chain, man, that's tough.
I'm just gonna give you a chain right now.
What?
I'm gonna give you a chain. My chain's Roosters.
I was like, oh. I mean, they got the biggest wings out.
They have the biggest wings. They're fresh when they get them. They bread them themselves. They're well cooked. Because I'm from Columbus, and that's where they were born. They've got locations all over the place. I was born at Miami Valley Hospital. Something about the Miami Valley is in my blood, and it's weird. When I was a kid, I used to eat frickers when we used to come down here. My sisters are graduates of Trotwood High School. So we used to come down here, me and my pops, to visit my sisters, and I would get, we'd eat frickers sometimes. And frickers was cool back in the day. I went to Bowling Green State University. Bowling Green had a frickers. Trash. I don't know if they're franchised out, how they do it. Frickers does not hit the spot. I'm just not here for frickers when it comes to their wings.
Because my parents are diehard for frickers. They're diehard frickers eaters. I'll go with them too, and I'll smack on some wings too out there with them. But I'd probably definitely pick Roosters over frickers. But I know for a fact my parents that is their bread and butters. They love frickers to go out and just get some wings, get some drinks. But Roosters is nice too. Roosters is nice. I'll probably, if it was me personally, I'm going Roosters.
All right, Roosters is a vibe. Roosters has a vibe just because, and it's so they call it a fun casual joint. Roosters has something that when you walk in, you don't feel judged. There's people who are working on their lot, either putting down mulch, working on landscaping, or even paving parts of the parking lot, who come in and eat. So the people who are working on site there eat there, right? So it's more of a blue collar type spot. And then if you just want something to chill and you want to go, it's a sports bar. If you want to bring your kids after a sporting activity, you got it that. So it's family plus a lot more. It's welcoming to everyone. I feel like it encompasses everybody. It's very inclusive. And so I like Roosters, not because of that, but as far as just the wings, but the vibe at Roosters too. Yeah. And I haven't found any other wings out here. I know that there's Wingstop, which I've never been a real big fan of their wings. I just want a place in the Miami Valley that I know these wings slap, and it doesn't have to be a big corporate brand.
Yeah. Definitely Wingstop overrated. I had it in Houston, and it was not hitting. I was like, man, nah, these ain't it.
I don't care if Rick Ross is putting his stamp on them or not. I'm good on the whole. I really don't need to be in a position where whatever you're telling me to eat, lemon pepper and all the rest of this stuff, I'm good on it.
See, people was forcing the lemon pepper. People were forcing the lemon pepper left and right. I was like, bro, I don't like lemon pepper.
And it's not that great. It's not for me. You might as well. Lemon pepper is substitute lemon for salt. That's all that is. You want salt and pepper wings? That's how you eat. You eat salt and pepper.
Right.
You want salt and vinegar wings? That's what you want? Take it sub anything. I went to this spot down the street my first week here called G's. The best thing on their menu I've had is a grilled cheese sandwich. And yeah, I'm not knocking them. I just didn't have anything else. But their grilled cheese slap.
Hey, sometimes it's the simple thing. It don't have to be nothing out of this world. It could be as simple as a grilled cheese.
I just
simplicity, man.
I don't know. Enough about the Valley. I want to know a little more about you. You came from Springfield.
Yep.
You don't have to speak to your age. This is non-discriminatory for age, right? I'm not looking for, how old you are or how young you are. But I just want to know, okay, so, what was Springfield like?
Springfield. I feel like people who are from Springfield don't like being there, and it's sad because there's just a lot of potential, a lot of wasted potential that's in there, and everyone's first instinct is to leave or to go, and it's I get it, I moved out, but no matter what, I feel like Springfield has so much to offer, and people only see it for the bad things that happen there, and there's so much more than just these incidents which happen everywhere. That there's so much more to that city than just that. What everyone knows them for being this bad city, and it's not. It's just For me, sorry, for me, it's like Springfield. I know it just has so much potential, especially with the young people who come through there. I know sports wise, there's athletes that's really from there that are nice, right? And I feel like people overlook everything because of bad situations that happen out there. And yeah, I just feel like Springfield's a nice place. It's a big little town.
Okay.
It's a little town that's big,
So what you're saying is Springfield, number one, is slept on. Number two, what you're saying is crazy athletes come out the wazoo in Springfield, but no one probably even knows about it.
There's all kinds of people who are just versed in what they do and are good at it, and I feel like people really don't pay them no mind until you become somebody. But I feel like that's almost anywhere,
I think about athletes who are from the Dayton area and the Miami Valley area in particular, like Huber Heights Wayne. Braxton Miller was one of those first big names that I ever felt truly was from down this way. Springfield seems I feel like Springfield in any state, any city, Springfield, I feel like it's huge, right? So The Simpsons is based in Springfield somewhere. I don't know where.
I forget if is that one Missouri or is that one?
I feel like it was in Indiana, but maybe it is
Illinois. I think it is Illinois.
Okay, so how many Springfields are there? There's so many Springfields.
There's definitely 110. There's 3. That's 110%. There's here. I'm pretty sure it's here, Missouri, and
Illinois.
I think Illinois.
I feel like there might even definitely be one in Massachusetts.
I was thinking that. I was like Massachusetts.
But no. So you would be right that 110. That there are 3 of them.
Yeah, there's at least 3,
and 90% that there might be 4, and it could be more than that too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Springfield, Texas. I just always feel like Springfield, wherever it is just a huge plot of land somewhere. And so in Springfield, how many high schools are there?
How many high schools are in Springfield? I know because I went to KR. There's Springfield High. There used to be North and South, but they combined them together.
Okay.
KR, Springfield. There's Catholic Central, Emmanuel. Are those the 4? I'm trying to think what other Northeast. No, I wouldn't say Northeastern is part of that. There is Northwestern and Northeastern. Northeastern is outside. I think they're South Viet. No. They're not in Springfield. They're just in the. They're in the country by themselves.
Springfield seems huge, though, and everywhere else you have smaller suburbs. And Springfield is not in Montgomery County.
No,
right?
Springfield is in Clark.
It's in Clark County.
Yep.
I feel like Springfield takes up all of Clark County. It includes Springboro. I know Springboro, at a certain point when you get past Miamisburg, is also Clark County. I'm just geographically ignorant. To be real, that's the way. I don't know. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Greece and we're doing this and we're doing that," and I need a map, and I do have a map that I'm still waiting to put on this wall. but I need something that is just more than. I just need something that's not. I just need a map.
Yeah, no, 100, like, yeah, because you got to be able to see. I feel like, yeah, everyone needs a map to be able to see. No matter how versed you are, unless you've been driving the same roads over and over and over again for however long, you're gonna need a map.
Like,
for sure.
I don't know. There was a lot of talk about a young lady who had a heart attack at track practice from Stebbins High School.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, we can just say, like, in general, like, hey, yeah, that's at Miami Valley High School. Yeah, but, like, I don't know what school district that is. I don't know. And it's just because I'm not from here. I don't know where Stebbins is. I don't know what side of town that's on, right? Yeah. But the important story was that this young lady now ended up graduating, and it's a beautiful story because she, by medical terminology, died 3 different times. She had the heart attack and they were able to bring her back using an IED, AED,
yeah,
IED, damn, AED, okay, the AED device. Goodness gracious, I'm sorry. They were able to bring her back using an AED device after she collapsed into her trainer's arms, which was a godsend. Like, how does that even happen? You walk in the trainer and you're like, yo, I don't feel good. Boom. That's insane. But then on top of that, right, you go to the hospital, go to Children's Hospital, they life flight her, get her to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. She dies there. They bring her back. They end up getting her a new heart. The new heart doesn't work well. She dies. They bring her back. And then she dies again, and then they have to reroute some stuff. Did some things, and then it started working. That's unbelievable. But my point being, and we're happy that the young lady just graduated high school, so congratulations. That is, I can't even imagine. I was watching that press conference, absolute tearjerker.
I was there.
Really?
I was there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh,
it was crazy to even see her be able to speak and get up from the wheelchair and, you know, walk on her own. I was like, man, it was nuts. The energy in the room was insane.
Wow.
Not like it was just in a way that was just like,
I get it.
Like, it's unbelievable, you know. It's like she's like a living miracle. So
I've had similar, well, not me myself had similar experience. I've witnessed other medical miracles and stuff like that over time, which I still feel like is an extension of God and His hand, like reaching out. But yeah, I've seen it, but hearing that story and then seeing her, right, is just completely different. So yeah, that's incredible. But I still don't know where exactly on the map Stebbins High School is.
I drive by Stebbins every day. On my way to work, I drive by Stebbins every day.
So where is Stebbins?
It's what is that? Is that Route 4? Is it 4? Is it Route 4?
There is a Route 4 somewhere. I just don't know where it is.
Say you get off 75, you get on 75 going towards, you go 75 north, and then you'll get off onto Route 4. And when you get on Route 4, you'll just keep taking that, and then you will actually see the school. You will drive over a bridge. Like, you can take the little Harshman Road exit, but you'll drive over the bridge, and if you look to your left, Stebbins High School. It's like, right, it's really not far at all.
That's fair. That's fair. Without putting all of your information out there, okay, where do you stay now?
I stay over in the Fairborn area. Fairborn, it's over kind of by Huber High. It's like just past the Stebbins and stuff. Like just past that. It's a little bit past that, and then but yeah, just kind of like right over there in the Fairborn area. It's like kind of towards, like, you know where Yellow Springs is.
I'm familiar with Yellow Springs. I've never been. I hear that they have a little festival going on in a couple weeks. June 10th, they've got something going on.
Yeah. They got the street fair.
Okay.
Street fair going on. Yeah, that's actually really big out there. So
okay,
definitely. Actually, I know somebody who's going on to perform. He's not the headline. He's like right before the headliner. My dude Rico Blue. He's gonna be performing out there. So. Keep your eyes out.
Okay.
Keep your eyes out over there.
Rico Blue.
He's from out of Cleveland. So yeah, he'll be performing.
You ever heard of a Yellow Pain before?
I have heard of Yellow Pain.
Okay, so
I have.
Yellow Pain recently performed at an event called Stop the Violence. They did at Trotwood at the CCM stage. I'm not positive what the rest of the name is, but it's a longer name. And Yellow Pain came through for the Stop the Violence, and that was one of the things that the organizer had said, like, hey, we've got Yellow Pain coming through. He's a Dayton native. I'm like, that's cool, but Rico Blue, I'm going to have to get up on Rico Blue. I love live music. I love, meeting new people. I love just, I love talking.
Right, man. I mean, that's how the world works. Man.
Yeah.
You got to keep talking, man.
Yeah.
You got people got to be able to have these conversations.
Yep.
About
And I hope to be able to do this more as well in the future. But one of the things that I remember and that I'll leave you with and leave everybody with is the fact that I saw. Have you seen the movie Remember the Titans?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. So in Remember the Titans, Coach Herman Boone of the T.C. Williams Titans, he spoke at the student union at Ohio State University back in like 2016. I was coaching football at a high school in Central Ohio, in Grove City. I was coaching at Central Crossing High School, and one of my coaches, he was like, "Hey, man, I'm going down to go see Herman Boone. You want to go see Remember the Titans?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You gonna see Denzel Washington?" No, like Denzel played the character, right? So I was goofing, and
I was
knew,
sitting
but
there
I'm
thinking like, you ain't seen Denzel.
oh,
Damn.
like what? So we went down there, and it was amazing. And I just felt compelled to ask him something, and I asked him if he felt that he was a fearless leader. And I said, there's 500, 600 kids inside of this little assembly hall. And I asked him that question. And then afterward, we were able to take a picture with him and stuff too. And it was just really powerful. And then he ended up dying a few years later, I believe at like 85. But it was powerful to see somebody who was there during civil rights movements and making that kind of impact that movie was able to sew into the culture during the early 2000s with little Hayden Panettiere running around and stuff, and Denzel portraying him. And he also said he never cursed. He never cussed at his players. He was, he might say hind parts, but he never said ass. He never said anything like that. He was always straight on and with his guys. And he said there were a lot of guys who ended up being mayor. And it just that just brings back memories. He was a very influential person or whatever at that time. And I think that throughout time, I would like to be somebody who's influenced in the world. But the one thing I want to drive home that he said, and that's why I brought this up, it just came back. He said that we have to have dialogue in this world. And that's how you change things. And if you want something to change, you have to talk to other people. You don't do it by shouting out what you believe your credos are and what you believe to be true. What you do is you sit down and maybe with someone who doesn't have the same opinions as you do, you have these conversations with these people. And through that's how you can truly solve problems.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely.
It was huge. And even though that's like, oh, yeah, sure. When he said it, it seemed that much more powerful. Mm-hmm. And just thinking back to that time, I thought to myself, like, wow, that's just huge, because who else is doing that? Who else is preaching that right now, saying you need to sit down and have conversation with people? Because everybody else wants to do this and be in their phone, and it's easy to do that, right? But when we sit down right now for, heck, I don't know how long we've been in this, 40 minutes, right? Not one of us, I want to fact check something, and it's easy to be able to get on the phone real fast and do that. But that's not why I'm here. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't even cross my mind. So when you sit down with other people and you can learn about other people, that's how you can truly make a difference in the world.
Yeah, I mean, because you get to learn, you get to see the world through another perspective, and you're able to, that creates empathy, and you can empathize with other people and see what they're going through and feel. I feel like I've encountered that a lot with, being like photog out there, and like the random encounters that I have with people and the stories and stuff that I hear from just random people off the street is just, you feel for the world, man. You feel for people who are out there, and you're like, okay, what what can we do to try to help? You know, like I can't do, you know, everything, but you know, sometimes people just need someone to talk to too, and they got stuff that's pent up. There's a lot of pent up people out there. You know, pent up can turn to violent. So hopefully people can just get stuff off their chest, have dialogue and talk, and be able to understand people. So I think I definitely think dialogue is very important. It's huge.
Is there anything in particular that you want to let anybody know? Typically, you know, I don't want to end up keeping anybody too long, and, you know, the attention span of anybody watching anything, I'm sure y'all must have tuned out several times, but I'm happy to have had this conversation sitting down with Channels here, as he calls himself, Matt, but I like calling him Channels.
Channels works. That's
I like Channels a lot. But my thing is there anything in particular that you want anybody, and a message you want to send right now to anybody?
I guess just keep talking. Everybody keep talking to each other, because that's how we're gonna understand each other, and that's how we're gonna, you know, apply this empathy and understand and love one another. It's a lovely world. Why not sit here and love and not hate? So
I truly believe that, like, this is a great jump start into what is going to be an incredible future for this show and for this platform. I am so appreciative for you coming in and taking the time out of your day off, right, to come on. I'm going to work in 8 hours or so.
Oh, man.
I'm not sweating. I'm cool. We got a little potluck going on. We had a potluck on the potluck. We got a little potluck going on later on for an individual who's leaving us at work. But Channels, I'm just so happy that you took this time today to be able to come out. And I remember specifically that when we were at the desk together and you were checking out some equipment, and I said something and you immediately were like, oh yeah, well, like, what about this? And I remember I said something crazy.
I was like, hey man, hold on.
He was like, hold on, man, wait. I don't really agree with you on that. And I'm like, bingo. That's when the ding went off in my head. And that's when I was like, yeah, you know what? You're somebody who could talk. And I love having that. There's nothing more I love having, than somebody who can also just break down conversation with you and be able to do this kind of thing for 45 minutes. Like, I'm like, the cap is typically, I'm like, okay, 30 minutes, right? And something's going to get cut and whatnot. I think to myself, why not? How often and how organic is it to be able to sit down with somebody and have a conversation for 30 minutes without looking at your phone or without doing anything else? And I understand a lot of you are going to be viewing this from your phone, which I want you to, and I want you to share it. But I felt something different from you. And so I was compelled to say, hey, you know what? Let's go. Let's do this.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on.
Yep. I appreciate what you brought to the table, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody back, looking forward to having you on again at some point. And as a matter of fact, part of the show, right, it's only one part is the phenomenal people, which I consider you to be, but, the fantastic food. So we're going to have to hit this culture kitchen. You're going to have to give me some more information on that.
Yes,
so
sir.
We can go on out and we can go and chop it up at the dinner table at Culture and show somebody what the food's really about. So I appreciate you having on today. This is Channels. I'm Julian. We appreciate you showing up for the potluck. We'll catch you next time.